Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, gamers. Normally, I come to you with very depressing news about Dead by Daylight, but god damn it, today something epic's going on. Let me check this shit out. Okay, so first we get the developer update. Big developer update. This shit's huge. All right, so the PTB is coming out next week. I'm assuming this will come out in like maybe end of June, beginning of July. But the PTB for this, new change is coming out this month. So I've already read through this just before, so I can give a better paraphrasing of it. But couple things you need to know. So, first off, we're going to talk about the perks later, but first I want to talk about the progression system. So, basically, it's kind of like before, except, once you get a character to level 50 or so, then that's all tier 1 perks unlocked for every single killer. So now, instead of going through the blood web for perks and add-ons and stuff and offerings, now you just go through for add-ons and offerings, and once you get to the first prestige, then that's tier 1 for every other killer, tier 2 and tier 3. They said that there is new prestige rewards for the players who were already prestige 3 from before, so you're not going to get the perks, I think, so you'll probably have to go through and prestige 3 all the killers, which is fine, because prestiging is way easier now. It doesn't take nearly as much time, and you're not losing anything. Also, there's this little infographic here, so you can see this person's prestige the twins 7 times because they're a fucking psychopath. But that's life, isn't it? There's also the Shrine of Secrets. So basically, if you, let's say there's Corrupt Intervention in the Shrine of Secrets and you want it, you buy Corrupt Intervention, and then next week for some reason it's still there, you get the tier 1 version this week, but then next week, if it's still there, then you can buy it and you get the tier 2 version that time. So it's like, it'll increase a tier. The new system is just whatever. The matchmaking incentives is, you get like bonus, blood points for like playing on the specific side and whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But the gameplay updates are the big shit. This is good. This is a great start. Okay, so first off, perks, generator speeds are going up from 80 seconds to 90 seconds. That's kind of annoying, but there is help for that. There is like stuff down there. It's just going to be, 10 more seconds on generators. So that's fine. However, and I know a lot of people who play Survivor are going to complain about this. I was like, that's a little odd. But they nerfed a bunch of the slowdown perks. So it's not going to be as bad as before because a lot of the slowdown perks have been nerfed. For instance, Ruin is useless. I mean, it sucks ass now, but that's a whole other thing. I'll get to that in a second. The first thing is kicking a generator will now instantly remove 2.5% of its maximum progress, so you're always getting slowdown on any killer you play. That's really good. That is a fantastic start. That is just really good. So, now survivors are going to have to hit the, you kick the gen 2.5% down. If they tap it, you can kick it again. That's another 2.5%. So I think this will help with the tapping issues, which is, something I've really hated for a long ass time, but now they're actually fixing it. This general killer improvement, which is, I think the reason why they're seeing how many survivors killed by trial, I know that number has gone down. They talked about it. But I think that's because of MMR and just it being like a lot more annoying, especially at higher ranks. So they're buffing killers, which is nice. This is just a flat buff, but it's not anything crazy. Survivors are getting a lot of other buffs in other areas, so I think this is okay. So number one, faster pallet breaking and faster weapon wipe animations. The faster pallet breaking is super good, super good, because that means it's going to nerf holding W a lot, and nerfing holding W is fucking fantastic because that is just the most anti-fun thing ever. On top of that, survivors are going to move faster for less time, so they're only getting 1.8 seconds instead of 2 seconds of speed boost, which is really fucking good. Bloodless is going to activate at 35 seconds max instead of 45, so you're getting a little bit 10 seconds faster than the last one. The first tier Bloodless is whatever. I mean, it's the same thing. Bloodless doesn't really do a lot. I don't really think about it all the time. Camping and tunneling is a really good thing. This is fantastic. This is what I wanted for a super long time. So, first off, you get automatic 7% haste when you're unhooked, and you get a 5-second endurance status effect after unhooked. So, you can break that endurance and break that haste status effect by, repairing your generator, healing yourself or others, cleansing or blessing a totem. So, it's like the same thing that used to deactivate DS. Now it's this. This is the big MetaPerk changes. So, this is I'm just gonna go through every single one of these perks, and I'm gonna tell you what happened with them, basically. Barbecue, no more blood points, so it's useless. Ruin, is weaker, so it less percentage, and it deactivates after someone is killed, so once there's like 3 survivors left in the trial, so Ruin is now useless. Pop Goes the Weasel is now 20%, instead of 25%, which is, I mean, it's not useless, but it's definitely weaker than before. It's kind of whatever. Corrupt Intervention deactivates the first time a survivor enters the dying state, so it's still going to be good on Trapper, it's still going to be good on Hag, but it sucks than everyone else. I wouldn't run it anymore. Tinker is now once per generator. So that's whatever, but because of how many times, because the time per generator is increased to 90 seconds, this is going to be a little better. You're going to have more time, but also it's once per generator, so it's not as good, but it's still, mid. Noed is just gonna get cleansed more often. It's whatever. It's still Noed, but it's not as good as it used to be because it's way easier to find because the aura, it has like aura reading like automatically around it and expands to 24 meters after over 30 seconds. Scourge Hook Pain Resonance has been fixed. Survivors, clap your hands. This is so basically what they've done is it no longer gives you the scream or like the explosion on the generator, like no more loud noise notifications. So number one, this removes the synergy with Dead Man Switch. So Dead Man Switch is still fine, but Scourge Hook Pain Pain Resonance Dead Man's is no longer a combo. Dead Hard is now just a quick endurance status effect. Think of it like a Styptic agent, but for only 1 second and on a perk. This is good. This is a good change. I like this change. No more Dead Harding for distance. It is now a purely skill-based perk, which is really good. Decisive Strike is the exact same thing, except the stun duration is lower, and once the exit gates are powered, it no longer works, so, you can't just pull someone off hook, and then they run to the exit gate, and there's nothing you can do. Borrowed Time simply increases the amount of time and increases the movement speed duration. So, like, you're going 7% for 15 seconds instead of 5 seconds, and the endurance status effect is now, what is that? 15 seconds instead of 12 seconds. So Borrowed Time is a must-have perk. This perk is going to be, I wouldn't say overpowered, but it's definitely up there. This is a must-have perk. People are going to be running this constantly. 15 seconds of 7% movement speed is a lot of fucking seconds. Iron Will is fantastic. They have finally nerfed Iron Will. I've been wanting this for years. I fucking hate Iron Will. Iron Will is the most annoying goddamn perk in the entire game, and I hate it with every fiber in my body. Now it's only 75% grunts, so that's really good. That's good for you spirit players out there. Strider is back in the game, baby! Strider's back! Self-care. Self-care is just lowered speed, and it doesn't give you any more efficiency bonuses. Spine Chill, fuck you, Window Vault. Abuser. Spine Chill is now it doesn't have that thing anymore, and it got this little cooldown on it. It's essentially the same, but it doesn't make you vault windows any faster. That's it. And if the killer doesn't have direct line of sight to you, it doesn't activate. That's it. That's the whole thing. This is all the non-meta perks, so this is stuff that all you weird motherfuckers out there will care about, like me. Overcharge is now like what do you call it? The oppression perk or whatever it's called. I forget the Sadako one. So just increased generator regression speed. You can pause the video if you don't want to hear my funny commentary. I get it. It's okay. I understand. The up generator regression penalty for Eruption. So Eruption is probably pretty decent now. Knockout is way better. Thank you, Hag mains. Let's go, baby. So it's reduced crawl speed and reduced recovery speed, which is nice. Chlorophobia is just even faster skill checks, so it's still useless. Dark Devotion is now cool. You can use it, so like once someone is injured in any way possible, so if you like downward can lunge at someone and hit them, it's not a basic attack, still doesn't matter. Still get Dark Devotion. Dark Devotion is better, but it's not good anymore. It's not good at all. Jolt is fantastic. Jolt will become a meta perk. It is regressing. It just doesn't have a cooldown anymore, so it's fantastic. Start running Jolt. Legion is going to love Jolt. Demogorgon is going to love it. Basically every M1 killer is going to love Jolt. So seriously, start running Jolt. Jolt is Lethal Pursuer has been buffed. It is now no longer a one-time effect. It starts at the beginning of the game, and then every single other aura reading effect is increased by 2 seconds. So for Barbecue, instead of 4 seconds of aura reading, you're getting 6. For Floods of Rage, instead of 7, you're getting 9. So just 2 seconds based on everything. Gift of Pain is increasing action speed penalty. That's fine. It's just bigger numbers. Thanatophobia, bigger numbers. Monstrous Shrine, all Scourge Hooks now spawn in the basement, and they get faster entity progression as long as you're far away. So this is going to be good. Like, if you want to do a funny basement build, Scourge Hook Monstrous Shrine now works. I don't know why it's a Scourge Hook perk, but whatever. I mean, it doesn't really seem to have a lot of synergy, but there's definitely a weird build out there. Calm Spirit's about to get funny as shit. You can now open and chests, and so like blessing and opening chests, it doesn't make the bone sound or like the rummaging sound. It doesn't do anything anymore. Saboteur, you can now see Scourge Hooks, so it's fantastic. I think that's a good change. Botany Knowledge is just faster. Off the record, you get 80 seconds of endurance as long as you like don't touch a totem or heal yourself or something. Lucky Break is so like if you heal another survivor, it increases the duration. So like Let's say I heal you for 10 seconds, and my lucky breaks to 50 seconds. Now it's back up to 60 seconds, but you can't increase it over the 60-second total. Pharmacy is just guaranteeing a med kit, and you have more, you just get more charges of it per trial. That's fine. Solo Survivor is like increasing generator repair speed, and so it's just funny for last people standing. Distortion is you hide it when you're in the killer radius, and you get like more tokens for it. It's kind of whatever. Lightweight is just better numbers. Deja Vu is it gives you repair speed bonus. No One Left Behind is movement speed bonus to everyone who you unhook, so it's like even more. So like once they're powered, this activates, so it's like you get 14% movement speed, so it's kind of like hope. Dark Sense is whatever. It's just like when a generator is powered, you get it, and then so you get to see them for like 10 seconds. Tenacity is just faster, reduced grunts of pain, and then with the increased speed, it's better for crawling away from the killer. Hope, there's no duration on it anymore, so it's just good. Overzealous, I actually didn't read this one. Okay, 8, just more bonus speed, and then, if you cleanse a Hexstone, it's even more speed. We're gonna live forever. Honestly, I didn't read all this one. You will now get more endurance satisfaction when you pick them up. So, fantastic. I think these are good changes. These are bringing perks back. Overzealous, We're Gonna Live Forever, Tenacity, Dark Sense, No One Left Behind, Lightweight is cool now, Solo Survivor is actually useful, Lucky Break is going to be annoying as shit, but it's going to be fun as fuck on Survivor, Botany Knowledge, Saboteur, Calm Spirit, which is really nice. For Killer, Lethal Pursuer, Gift of Pain, Thanatophobia, Monstrous Shrine is actually a perk now. It's not that great, but it's fantastic. Jolt is beautiful. This is a really good change. I didn't even think about this, but that is a fantastic change. Removing the cooldown on some perks, fantastic. Behavior has done a wonderful job this time. I will link this in the description below if you guys want to read through this yourself, if I went too fast or something, or you can always pause the video, I don't care. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful time. This should be releasing on the PTB next week, so if you're on the PTB, I will be there, baby. Trying out Jolt, trying out Dark Devotion, Chlorophobia, Knockout, Overcharge, Eruption. Wonderful. Survivor-wise, Survivors took a big hit this patch, but I think that the general buffs to being unhooked and countering camping and tunneling, I think that will count for it. There are a lot of old Survivor strategies are now no longer easily abusable, like Dead Hard, Decisive Strike, Iron Will, that whole shebang. However, I think that generator speeds can be cheesed out a bit easier this patch, and I think that good teams are going to get a lot more out of this patch than less coordinated ones. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more shit like this in the future, let me know. I love you all very, very much, and thank you for clicking on my video. Bye-bye.
Straight up to heaven, we can leave this dirty world behind. Eternal light shining in our eyes. All of our problems will never